Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Monday. It's the beginning of the week. Yes, we get going. Thank you for joining us. This is LABRISH Live, where we talk about our favorite reality TV shows. And at the moment, we are talking about Celebrity Big Brother. And we've got 2 episodes to cover. We're going to be covering last week Friday's and Sunday's episode today. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm All Things Sugar and Shade Sade. Hey. And I'm here with...
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy.
Yes. And today, yes, we are going to be covering everything. But guys, I do need to remind you to book that like button, please, right? Yeah. We're on the road also as well. Subscribe to our channel, of course. Yarnies can never. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers. So help us get there. Tell all your family and friends, share with like-minded people and all that good stuff, and get involved with the conversation as well. If you're watching live, get involved in the chat on YouTube, and if you're not, then leave a comment for us later on. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. How are you doing, Nana? How's it going?
I'm all right. I'm a little bit tired today. And I also have a poorly boy, first boy sick as well. Hopefully it's not spreading and we don't all catch it. But yes.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm happy to be doing this.
Oh, good. So hopefully we'll have a good one today. I'm all right, you know. Like I had plans to be really productive this weekend, and wasn't really, to be honest. I did go out though. I went to Mercedes Benson, you know, DJ, and actually she does a ton of things. Actually, that girl is very bright and she's a boss, definitely. Yeah. She is doing some brunches at Hakkasan in which one did we go to? It was one near Tottenham Court Road. And it was really cool. It's called Lost in Shanghai, and she's DJing, and there was like obviously brunch food, really good people. It was a vibe. It was a bit of me. Not gonna lie, it was a bit of me. It was a bit bougie. Yeah. So yeah, nice food. I'm a piano, a little bit of funky house as well. So yeah, it was cool. And it was like during the day. There was quite a few actually. Yeah. So like I haven't been to that Hakkasan before, but like there's like the whole section. I think all the tables in that section were part of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So yeah, it was cool. It was really, really nice. And then afterwards, I went to Selfridges. Go spend money that I don't have. I need to do a Selfridges haul, but I have bought some stuff actually. I've got like a new webcam from Amazon that I'm going to try out this week. And I got a new ring light. So last week, was we on the live? I can't remember. No, I was on a meeting after the live, and I literally kicked my ring light by accident and smashed on the floor. So I had to get yeah, had to get a new one. So gonna be trying that out as well. So yeah.
Oh,
cool.
Okay,
but
let's see if we notice the difference with a webcam and everything else. It probably will be.
Yes. Yeah, I hope so, because otherwise I'm gonna be trying a loads of them, you know. Okay, guys, who's here? Who's saying hello today?
We only have Lady Lyrics and Deja saying hello on YouTube. Anybody on Insta?
Not me. L and King Bolo. Hi, thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. Okay, guys, I guess most of you will be watching later. That's okay. Do you know what I mean? But we are here every day. So yeah. Let's get into the episode. So Friday night's episode, obviously we had an eviction. Gary left the villa, the house. Everybody knows this now. Was you expecting that, by the way, just before we quickly get into it?
Yeah, I think so. Was that who I went for? I went for Gary, I think.
I thought you wanted Lauren to go, actually, but
yes, that's who I wanted out.
Okay.
I thought it was like, Gary.
Yeah. We had rule break happen and punishment for that, and then we had Lauren and Zizi get into it and stuff. So first of all, I will say AJ, she got it right.
I
She got
feel
it
her
right.
stylist was listening to us. I
feel like it, because it was very Kelly.
Exactly. I was literally like, okay. I was saying Kelly, I didn't mean down to the wig and everything as well, but she absolutely had taken on everything. I was literally like, come on, this is precisely what I said.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the best it looked.
Honestly, it was just perfection. Like everything, head to toe, well done. 10 out of 10, like done really, really well. Really liked it. I keep forgetting, I actually have worked with her hairstylist before, Carl Campbell. I think that's the guy that's doing her hair.
Okay.
And he's amazing. But her hair's always been on point, to be fair. It's always on point. And her makeup and stuff. It's just outfits, but she really, really smashed it. And will look good too. So they done really well. So you kick off the episode with Levi and Gary doing yoga together in the morning. Lauren, so he's in the diary room, and she's basically saying that she's still not feeling the best because she's been nominated. And she was like, she knows that Zizi said something, and she thinks that I think she calls him Colster. Colster? It's a mistake.
Why she cannot get this man's name right is crazy.
I don't know. You know what? Yeah. Like, I have problems with pronunciation. I really do. But I try so hard. And I just don't. I feel like she comes across to me as one of these people who just gives up. Do you know what I mean? She'll rather just call you C. Do you know what I mean? She won't keep trying, even though, she won't make the effort. She seems like one of those type of people, to be honest. And she just starts crying in the diary room. I was just like, what are you crying about? Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, like, relax. And also, it was just showing me like the fragility of like her ego. It's just like, really, babe, like, you're big old, she's a big old woman. Like,
it's too embarrassing.
It is, right?
Somebody has to be nominated and go up. Somebody is. So why should it be? It's not me. Like, how is there no mechanism within you that is literally just like, obviously somebody has to do it, and so it could be me. And I also just focus so much on ZZ as well. It's like it could never just be one person that put you up. Like, you weren't put up by Sharon. ZZ didn't just put you up. You had to have been nominated by other people. It's tiring. It's so annoying. I was literally like, this woman. I was praying that she was the one that left. Like, please let her leave. I don't even want to see her flipping face anymore.
Oh, serious? Oh, wow. Fair enough. Lauren's just too much. Well, anyway, for the kind of activity of the day, they turned the space into a wellness retreat. And everyone had like these loose fitting clothes and these scarves and everything. To me, it was given cult. It was given very culty and everything like that. We see Louis and Sharon gossiping. Do you know what I mean? I think they were talking about Lauren at first. And Lou was saying they'll probably get to know her. Then he was talking about David. Do you know what I mean? And Sharon was saying that David's got a big mouth. He's like a big mouth guy in the pub and that sort of thing. And Lou was saying, he never shuts up and everything like that. And I'm just like, these two in particular are so two-faced. It's unreal. Like, they really, really are. They have the spirit of nastiness in them. Like, honestly.
Like, all day, every day. They're actually so horrible. And then it really did take me back to Misha B talking about her time in X Factor and a few other people talking about it. And I'm like, I can imagine that environment was probably disgusting. And it would be led by those two as well. Like, Sharon plays like she's nice, but she's a bitch. And then Louis is just so duplicitous. He even will turn on Sharon. Like, he has straightforward. He lies constant. He probably is. Maybe we'll put him under compulsive liar, but the guy can't ever stay with one thing that he said. He always has to go back on it. No, I'm literally like, nah, they're nasty.
Yeah,
nasty people.
Really, really bad. They elect Levi to be the team lead for this task, I guess. And he starts with this mantra of like, don't undermine who you are by comparing yourself to others. Just like, okay, cool. That's also a way to, do you know what I mean? Like, not take responsibility in some sort of they do this like weird spiritual dance anyway, and then they sit in this healing circle. And the aim of the game is for them to pick a petal. They have to read the question and get someone else to answer it, basically. So Fern picks her question, and she asks Gary to answer it. And it's just like, how have you found peace? And Gary's just like, you know what? 1 minute I was a regular bloke, and then my niece married well, and then I'm the nation's villain. And I was just like, you know what? Yeah, is this just in his head? Because like, I know, I'll say it. I don't really read newspapers anymore. I'm not really into that. Do you know what I mean? I find it too toxic, too negative, all that kind of stuff. So like, I'm not in the thick of it. Yeah. But like the way this guy is going, like he is #1 villain in the UK. I don't believe that's the case.
It's
like,
not.
I just don't.
It's not factual.
It's not.
Actually, it's not happened. He probably has 2 or 3 articles that I could find on him. That and there is no way the nation knows of you. Like Piers Morgan can say, I have been at times the nation's villain.
100%.
And most people will know Piers Morgan. Who knows? What is Gary's surname even? Like, we don't even know him. Nobody could recognize him. We had to look him up when we were doing the live.
Yeah.
Going through the car.
Yeah.
Only now is it like, oh, that's Kate's uncle. And I still don't know if now he's gone, I would recognize him. Because he really does have an everyman face. Like, no, like, I was literally like, dude, no, you're not.
He's begging it. He really is begging it. He's trying to play this. Well, do you know what I mean? Like, if he was like, I don't even know, like Michael Barrymore, for example, like everyone hated him at one point. Like, even Philip Schofield could even have that title. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Philip would be right to say,
Prince Andrew. These are villains. These are male villains in the UK. Like, way there. It's like you're not even on that level, bro.
No.
Seriously, you're really not. It was given pantomime. That's what it was given, honestly. And yeah, and then he did say, like, I don't think he says he doesn't think he's ever known any kind of peace and stuff, which was kind of sad. And Fern was just like, well, may peace be unto you. Which I can't like made me laugh because I'm just like, you're not a guru, you're not a Muslim either.
I was literally like, oh my god, these people are so crazy. But yeah.
honestly. And then Zizi's question was, what parts of yourself do you hide because of fear of judgment? And she asks that to Marisha. Marisha starts talking about like how she hides her insecurity sometimes because she feels like she has to be strong all the time. But you know, at home she's like really scared. She's scared of failing, and she knows that she just can't. And she, you know, she wants to take care of her family. She wants to buy her mum a home, and you know, she's not doing all of this just for her. And she talked about the pressures that she's had, that she's given up opportunities, I think, to get married, to have children, to follow her dream. And it was really like quite a heartfelt moment. Do you know what I mean? Like I think everybody was in tears by that point. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, yeah, really sad and stuff. And I thought, well, you really shared in it. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I would have felt safe enough to share all of that in that circle personally. But
I love her. I think, I mean, I've loved her from day one, really. After she started talking, it was like, I actually really like this woman. But that one, I wasn't reduced to tears, but I could have been in a different setting watching it, definitely, everything she said. But I was like, no, I really admire her for sharing that, because that's a lot of people's truth. And it's just like, just to hear it being vocalized, I was like, no, this is special. And even just in Zizi breakdown as well, because she's probably had very similar thoughts of how hard do I go? And I think lots of people will have that. Do I have to give up everything? And I'm focused in this way. Does that mean that I don't have a family? And for a woman, I think that's a really pertinent question, because I don't believe you can have it all. at one time. You can have it in factions, but in those really hard determining years, like your 30s, do you stop and focus on a family, or do you head through and be an older mother? It's like, these are big questions that you have to ask. I like that she even brought that up as a discussion point.
No, definitely. And then we had Louis. Louis's question was, reveal your biggest regret, and he asked Bradley to answer that. And Bradley, you know, he had quite difficulty like saying it out anyway. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. He was struggling a little bit, but he basically said, like, you know, when he was younger, he lied about being gay, he lied about being autistic, and it took him a long time to actually say those words out loud. And he literally hid himself in his teenage years. And again, it was like a super heartfelt moment, man. I can't lie. And I was just really annoyed that Louis was involved in that. I can't lie, because it was just like, I think he said something like, well done, Brad. It's just like, shut up. It's not about you.
And you know, Louis was trying to be sly.
Yes, I know, right? Because he doesn't think he's lived enough to even have regrets, right? Yeah.
He thought he was going to come with something frivolous, like, oh, I wanted to buy this car and I swear Louis was using it as an opportunity to then be like, see, he's got nothing to offer. Because his face was really shocked, like, oh, wow. Oh, shit. Yeah, no, that's not who I thought he was.
Yeah.
He's a nasty man. But I'm glad also that Bradley was able to just get it all out.
No, definitely. And it was received as well. Nikita's question was, reveal which housemate inspires you the most and why. And he asked Sharon to answer this. Sharon said Levi, because she felt that Levi's shown that he's found serenity and she strives for that daily. Levi then starts crying like really heavily, and then he starts, you know, doing a monologue, and it did remind me of the scene in Mean Girls where the principal was like, no, you don't have to do speech, but he done it anyway. And he was just like, you know, he feels really bad because he's had a bad time with his children. He's a father of 8, and at least 2 of his daughters have come out against him in newspapers saying that he's a horrible father, and it hurt him because he loves his daughters, and in the back of his mind he is waiting for his daughters to come knocking on his door, and then he cries some more. Marisha is just like, yeah, well, I hope they see this, and everyone's just like, oh, you're such a good man, Levi, and they clap for him. And I was just looking at the screen like, what is this? This is raising too many questions for me. Like, number one, you're throwing your daughters under the bus in this moment. Mind you, obviously, have you seen the news that come out like recently as well about the daughters? So they have kind of explained, you know, their side of events, or just their story, that their dad had them working for him, wasn't paying them. They apparently were involved in the creation of the sauce. Do you know what I mean? So they know the ingredients of the secret sauce and all this kind of stuff. He has never compensated them. Like, this guy, he's a trash guy. He's not at all who I thought he was, at all. Like, at all.
He's reconfirmed everything that I thought he was back when I was following the trial, and I forgot. And yes, he got me. He just got me with his dreads, I swear, and his older self. Like, I just gave him reverence. But when we was going in on him the first time, we needed to go in harder, because he absolutely is a prize coon. There's no ands or buts about it. Literally, he is sycophantic for white praise. And he's a shit dad. And he really is. Consistently, he is a shit dad.
Yeah.
It's one thing, like the 7 different women, the 8 children, but he has a pattern of abandonment.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, we can't actually like skip over that like it's generational. No, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
And to heap him with any type of praise, like he's found serenity, he's nonchalant because he can be, and he's an asshole. He needs to compensate the people that he needs to compensate properly. Like, he's a millionaire off of the backs of other people, and he's stolen. gross.
Yeah.
Gross. Like literally, I was just like, he is my least favorite in there. Like I literally am like, I can't wait for him to leave as well. Him and Lauren are absolutely.
No, I really dislike
And
Louis
then
as well.
Louis is in there as well. I
I
think
really dislike Louis.
Levi, I think, is my bottom of the pile. As a black man, as an elder, he is so disgusting to me. Louis, I expect that shit. Levi, I expect more. So that's why he's less.
Yeah. No, I feel you. And I was just like, I don't know how. And I was thinking, like, I don't know why it popped in my mind anyway, but I was just like, doing a list of why I could never do the show. Like, I would want to, but I don't think I could. Like, do you know what I mean? Because there's no way I'm sitting in a circle listening to that bull crap and I'm clapping. I'm not clapping for you. This is terrible. What you're saying is absolutely terrible. And like, these are your daughters, and you're saying, someone just said it, Shantae. Was it Shantae Moore? May, that why? How about he goes and talks to them? Like, see, like, are you okay?
Like, I'm waiting for my kids to come and knock on my door. What type of shit is that?
That's crazy. That's like, so crazy to me.
Yes.
It's so crazy to me.
It's such a shit stance that a lot of shitty parents have that haven't done their jobs and are basically like, but I've always been here. How about you actually own up to the shit that you did and you apologize and you come to me? Right. How about you be the adult because you're the parent?
Right. This is it.
And I believe them as well. Yeah. I wholeheartedly believe that he exploited his daughters. As the money started rolling in, he went about his business and started another family. He had form for being that guy in the same way he managed to get his brethren to write down the foundations of the recipe in the first place. You're duplicitous. And a judge found you that way as well. So, and I would say if we spoke to his baby mothers, probably 5 out of the 7 has a similar story.
I was surprised they're not speaking out, or maybe he's paying or something. I don't know. What's Mercy saying? Mercy saying they had a shop in Battersea. I didn't want to say too much, but they sold food in Winstanley. Independent. I know Winstanley. Seriously, okay.
Shantae May said all the money in the world and he can't buy a bus pass to his kid's house.
Well, bro,
he knows what he did. He knows that he did fuckeries. It's why he's staying away and trying to cry on TV. I didn't believe
that's why he's crying. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. You're doing big, like it's all in the shoulders and the covering of the face.
No, what he was crying was about was that sheer pleasure and delight that Sharon heaped him with praise. That's what reduced him to tears.
Yeah.
And he knew at that moment, as a big black man, that I can't even, I gotta throw in something about my kids. I don't believe in that for a second. You are like, oh my God, these people love me. Who gives a shit who Sharon likes? The woman's a witch.
This is what I'm saying. Her and Louis both. So then Levi, because he was the leader of this task, he basically had to choose 2 people who he thought was closest to enlightenment, which I just thought this is a whole freaking farce. And actually, if I was a spiritualist, I would find this highly offensive, to be honest. Do you know what I mean?
I do. Okay. I do. From down to how they were dressed, everything, I was like, this is actually really, really rude.
It's mocking. Yeah, it's mockery.
Yes, most definitely.
Definitely. But he picked Gary and Bradley. He said something else, but I just put a note that he's chatting some sort of ish as well. And Gary just starts crying because now he's been, do you know what I mean? It's almost like Sharon knighted Levi and Levi's now knighted Gary. And Gary was like, oh, and it made me understand the post-show conversation. Do you know what I mean? Like, it made me, I didn't get it because I watched this in a weird way. So, like, I didn't get it at that point. But yeah, annoying. Yeah. And then Colston's like, oh, you're very brave. It's like, who's fucking brave? This is not bravery. This is what Levi's done. Is not bravery at all.
It's a shit man. I
really
do wonder, people, like, are they even listening to what he said?
Like,
are you listening to him? Because my first thing would be, 2 of my children went against me and went to the papers. I'm immediately like, what did you do to them? That would just be my first thing. It's not going to be like, oh no, they've just gone against you. What did you do?
Like, what happened? I need to know more for that story, because you do have 7 baby mothers, bruv. Like, there's a character defect. Something's not right there. Like, something's going, it's not, something's wrong. Something's actually wrong, because it's delusions of grandeur, or like, at the minimum, there's that. Do you know what I mean? That I'm this big, I can do this. And then the issues around how you acquired your business, mad. The fact that you're putting Peter Jones on a pedestal next to Mandela, mad. Nominating Zizi, mad. There's too many issues with your character. It's not, nah. This is not good man behavior.
He's a great man. Arsehole is what he absolutely is. But yeah, I can't wait for him to come out. I mean, it's not like he's expecting anything from the Black community anyway. So yeah,
it's true. So we see Sharon, Ekin, and Louis having a bitch fest again. Basically, Ekin was saying that she didn't buy what Gary was saying. And Sharon was just like, yeah, he lied. He does want to be a celebrity. That's why he's here. Essentially, Louis is like, he's trying to be funny, but he's not. Then Ekin says, you know, everyone's got their thing. Like, I've got the whole pretty girl thing. Here, Louis, sort of.
Actually made me laugh. That's what I'm saying. He's standardly a bitch.
I don't know how Ekin was able to. She clenched herself, and she was just like, you know, but I can read people, and then people find out that I'm really smart. I'm just like, okay, Ekin, okay.
It was embarrassing. I was literally like, Ekin,
yeah.
Please understand that these lot are not your brethren, and when you're out of the space, they are chatting you as well.
Exactly. Louis is there to humble Ekin. Like, he's there to try and humble everybody. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, you have no, on what authority, sir? Like, do you know what I mean?
Your face.
Like, bro, the only reason why anyone listens to you is because of your proximity to Simon Cowell. That is the only reason. Do you know what I mean? That is it. Which is mad. So if he ain't chatting to you, you're fucked. That's the way you have to be here. This is why you have to be here. This is why you're here. Both of you. Do you know what I mean?
Basically, it's the truth. Because Simon has stopped talking to the pair of them.
And you're in the bin. Quite literally. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Ekin, Zizi, and Marisha have a little bit of a conversation about hoe phases, and Marisha's asking Ekin, have you ever had one? She's like, no. She gets attached and everything, and she thought that her ex was going to be her soulmate, and she even imagined the faces of their children together. So obviously this is Davide that she's talking about. You know, she goes on to say, you know, people really thought that we was a PR couple for ages. But, you know, obviously when you see the arguments, so you know it's real. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, it's funny you went to arguments. Like, surely when you see the love, you're supposed to know it's real, right? And she's like, you know, but he likes to party. So, and then she stops herself and she's like, you know, she won't talk about that. Risha did ask how old he was, and he's like 29, she says. And she was just like, well, he's still in his hoe phase. So it doesn't look like there's any help there. We do see Louis and Sharon have that conversation that we talked about last week about the masked singer and why Sharon is so angry with Simon that essentially, basically, she thought she had another year with X Factor. They both did. Do you know what I mean? Sharon was asked to do the Masked Singer. It was doing at the same time. She turned down the Masked Singer. And then someone from Simon's team was just like, you're not coming back to X Factor, actually. We've got someone else to do it. And she was furious with him. She's furious with him. They both are furious. Do you know what I mean? And like, I mean, it is a bit painful. It is. It's an ouch. Do you know what I mean? It is an ouch.
Is that when Louis came back? Remember, it's like Louis. I remember when both of them went, but I swear Louis came back during the season. He still had his job. but Sharon, but I think maybe when Talisa came in, and then like Louis was still there for a bit.
Louis was a stand-in, isn't it, for a bit? Like, or maybe he didn't do the whole thing and it switched or something. Like, I don't know. But like, I remember there was a time it was like he's just like a freelancer almost. Like, do you know what I mean?
Like he was like the help kind of, you know, he was kind of there from time to time. But they were old, and we had heard everything that they had to say on everybody. And they needed to go probably about 2 years before they actually went. So it was fair. But I also get her point of view. Like Simon does have this reputation for he rides for you until he doesn't, and then you don't hear from him. So
I think it's just weird though. They really, I don't know. I just think like if you're in touch with what is happening, I think that was probably part of the problem with X Factor. It's just like you're having judges that are not even in touch or don't have the talent or not in touch with what's actually happening in music. Do you know what I mean? And it was just such a disconnect, and them two in particular displayed that the most. Like Sharon just never got it right. She really didn't. Like, do you know what I mean? And she was going for like almost like an alternative type of vibe, and it just like, no, that's not what music is. It just isn't.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like,
so
holding on to rock, which was huge in the 70s and 80s, and trying to do that still in the 2000s. And it's like, there isn't even a market. We don't even have a rock band, even in the top 100. This is X Factor. Like, why are you still trying to find a rock person?
Like forcing it.
And then nothing happens to them. They don't go anywhere. Like, it's just like, no, you're shit at this.
This is dead situation every single time. While she's having this whole conversation, her shoes are on the bed, really disgusting. And they a lot of them keep on doing it, and it's driving me insane.
They by her pillow.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like you're going to lay your head there in a second. Like, what? This is gross.
Yeah. She don't care. They do mock Simon as well. Do you know what I mean? They're saying like, you know, he's dressed the same for 30 years. Like, no one tells him that's weird. And like,
that was strange, because I presumed people would tease him about how he wears the same clothes all the time.
Yeah, like did Sharon not tell him? Do you know what I mean? As well, it's just like... I
was like, that's weird. That this man goes around and nobody says same top again, same like nobody is making jokes. That's actually quite freaky.
Yeah. But a lot of people do that. I know I see it a lot in tech, like tech CEOs and stuff. Like they do that. They don't want to think about it's just like an unnecessary thing. So just keep it simple, just wear the same thing. Do you know what I mean? Every day. So they have like hundreds of the same outfit. Just kind of makes sense, I guess. But they did talk about like the whole about the producer type thing. So like, you know, when they're asking the contestants like, do you have another song? And they're just like, oh yeah, I do. Well, they already know they have another song. Like, do you know what I mean? And they're pulling out the backing track out their arse. I think Sharon said it, something like that. And it's just like, yeah, but that's the game. I mean, like, I'm not defending it, but that's the game, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's just like, I don't know. I see it from two sides, because I'm just like, yes, of course, you want to be like in a nice workplace and everything like that. But if you don't own it, bro, gotta play ball in it or not.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Just job. They just got rid of you. She should have done the mask thing over there. I actually think she's probably more suited to that.
Yeah. It makes sense. So then they gather the housemates, and Big Brother announces there have been a rule break, and they break it down. Louis and Lauren are exposed that they were basically chatting Zizi the night before. Lauren in particular says that she hates me, referring to Zizi. Hate, as we all know, is a very, very strong word. Zizi's immediate reaction is just like, well, I mean, everybody knew it was coming, kind of thing. And she said she knew that people were talking about it, but anyway, we move. Big Brother does ask them, do you have anything to say to your fellow housemates? And you would have thought that this would be a time to actually apologize sincerely, you know? But no, Lauren, when you thought you couldn't get any deeper, she was just like, you know what? I'm so sorry for putting all of you in this situation. I was talking about my emotions and how I felt about being nominated. And I was upset that more than one person nominated for me. And I apologize. Now, that's not an apology, babe.
Far from it. A Karen. Like literally, I was literally like, this woman is disgraceful. And that she can't hear herself spewing this. All you got to do is just stand up and be, I'm really sorry. Zizi, sorry that your name was mentioned in that. Louis probably shouldn't have had that conversation. Sorry, guys, and sat back down.
That's it.
Simple things.
That's it.
Not
That's
hard.
it. You're a big woman. You've got kids, like, do you know what I mean? Who are like of a decent age, bruv.
I'd be so embarrassed if she was my parent. Like, literally would be like, no. Like, oh.
It's so wild. She's a hot. Do you know what I mean? She's a big woman. She's big. She's a big woman. To be acting like that. No, actually, I was just concerned about my feelings. So I just said it because how I was feeling. Huh? You're telling me not even for a millisecond you can't think of how someone is going to feel even hearing that in this moment. No. You know what I mean? No, she's a child. That's what she is. She's a child. She's not. There's something is not correct up there because it's not. I just thought it was disgusting, to be honest. Do you know what I mean?
It was disgusting behavior.
Yeah. And then Louis didn't do that much better. And he's just like, well, you know, I had the conversation. Do you know what I mean? I don't even understand how she was nominated because, you know, she's a great person and I didn't want to lose her. Huh? Okay, you know what? To be fair, I can give you 2 points for being honest.
Yeah.
Because from your point of view, that's truly how you feel. Yeah. You can't understand how this almost bigoted woman is not been nominated. You can't understand that because in your world, you reward people like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Great person, I wouldn't have nominated her. And it's like, and so,
do you know what I mean? Like, why do you? This is what I'm saying. I was just like, how much power does Simon have that you have convinced this man that his opinion means something for the rest of his days? Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
They're all good because, again, I wouldn't be able to shut up. No. I'd just be sitting there looking at them like, you two are really foolish. I wouldn't be able to not like really like go in. Like, no, not in my face. Like you're literally playing in my face and being rude and disrespectful. Now I don't expect Zizi to say it, but someone like Fern, I expected her to go in a little bit more. Not tell them off, but just lay out how silly they've been. And not in a nice way like she did. Like,
well, the thing is, this is the thing. They had absolutely no care for Zizi or her feelings or anything. It's announced that Lauren and Louis have to get into the celebrity wheelie bin and they have to write a meaningful apology to the rest of their housemates. Zizi's then walking to the bedroom by herself because she kind of just wants to get out of there. Fernie's alongside her. Do you know what I mean? It follows her. And Louis and Lauren are following them. And Louis calling to Zizi, yeah? At that point, Fern leaves her. Nah. I'm not feeling Fern. I'm not feeling Fern. Because you know what? Seriously, like there's a lot of older people in the house. Do you know what I mean? And you're telling me not one of them could de-escalate that situation. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Not one of them could hold Louis and Lauren to account. That actually, even they've broke the rules. That's one thing. Yeah, they've been given an opportunity to say something, and they've been so disrespectful to Zizi. It's unbelievable, and not one of you could hold them to account. That's crazy.
No.
And then you're walking with her, and then you're freaking just dipping
because she's literally like she can handle this. Now, let's say that was Ekansu.
Oh my God!
There would have been at least 4 people that would be like, no, that was really out of order.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that just annoys me when you point this out and people are like, you're playing the race card.
Yeah.
And it's like this simple empathy level that would be leveled at anybody else is not afforded a Black woman.
Yeah.
It's literally like she will be fine and she can handle it. And I don't need to be involved. But Ekin,
no,
there has to be a level. Even Lauren, who is wrong, there's still a level of grace to not go at her for being wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually, it is infuriating.
And this is the thing.
And I am disappointed in Fern as well. I am, because she was there.
She was there.
You may as well carry on with what you were going to do. You were there to comfort Zizi in it. So even if you just sit on the end of her bed, you could have just done that.
You could have just done something. Because in what situation, if it was anybody else, you wouldn't have left. What are you leaving for? Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. And I was just like, nah, you're on some performative bullshit and I'm not here for it as well. Levi, again, sellout as far as I'm concerned. Because how are you seeing all of this happening and you're doing nothing? Yeah, you're supposed to be, they've just appointed you spiritual fucking leader of the task and you're telling me that you didn't think it was a good idea to see if she was going to be okay in that moment?
Nah.
Get the hell out of here.
He just needs to sit down and carry on twiddling his rings. Like, Levi is an absolute sellout. Like, there is zero, there's no wriggle room now.
There's nothing.
Like, it's like, nah. You are a proper Sambo, Uncle Tom, Stephen. Like, you're literally all of it.
Yeah, 100%. Zizi, you know, she kind of like, she talks to Lauren a bit. She kind of explains that she's not too bothered, but she thinks that the word hate is a bit strong. Do you know what I mean? And Lauren's just not getting it. They go back and forth, and Lauren's just like basically saying that she was still really upset. She's still talking about herself. She's saying she's still really upset and that it was banter. And then what actually Zizi said to her was rude. And Zizi's just like, if you were that upset, then why didn't you say something to me? Why didn't you say something? I was just this woman's a child.
I literally was like, nah, I can't with these people who display this in your face. It's all about them.
Yeah.
Like, you're probably... She's got a good decade on Zizi, really.
Yes.
And to not be like, I have the maturity in this, but the mind boggles. Like,
she's got children, bro. She's got teenage children.
Like, centering yourself in a process where you had to nominate somebody, and just because more people nominated you, it literally is woe is me. Like, you didn't nominate as well.
This is the thing.
Crazy. Like, I was so upset constantly.
Because she thinks that Zizi, and Louis also agrees, should be in her place. She can't fathom that I'm nominated and she's not. Like, do you know what I mean? She can't fathom that. And she's just taking it. She's literally having a tantrum. And I'm just like, it just brings up questions what I have with these types of women. I'm just like, do you have Black women in your life? Like, how do you treat them? Like, how are they treated? How do they speak about you when you're not around? How do they speak about you when you're... Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't... I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they speak... If she does, they don't speak highly of her when she's not around. No. I can't imagine.
Or any woman. Like, I think if you got her friends collectively, they'll be like, yeah, that's how she is. It's all about her.
It's disgusting.
I bet you it's like, that is literally her world. She is self-centered.
Yeah. Definitely. And it's just like, I cannot believe that you have teenage children and this is how you operate. Like, they won't have a chance. No. They're not going to have a chance because this is you, bruv.
Yes, always. Is why her daughter had to be like was it don't talk about sex?
Don't talk about sex, yeah.
She knows her mum, innit? And she knows that doesn't mean anything anyway, because if her mum was going to do it, she's going to do it. But she's an arsehole. Yeah.
Anyway, they still go back and forth. Lauren's just like, you know what, hate might be too strong, but I'm going to tell you something. Zizi was just like, well, I don't want to hear it. And rightly so. Then they go back and speak about, you know, Lauren says that the way Zizi spoke to her was derogatory, and she just escalated the thing. I don't even know why. Obviously, she didn't say it incorrectly, I'm hoping I'm saying it correctly now because I went back and forth. So I was just like, now they threw me off. Seriously. But yeah, and obviously still this is happening. Louis sitting there again as an elder, not de-escalating the situation at all. No one is trying to de-escalate the situation. We cut to the kitchen. We see Sharon talk to Marisa, sorry, and she says she feels bad. She feels really, really bad for Zizi, and like, you're saying that because there's cameras here, because you've seen someone's taking a piss out of black women. At least you're learning. Say something. Do you know what I mean? And Marisha is just like, well, she can hold herself, which may be true, but not helpful in this moment. To be honest, actually not helpful at all. And then Lauren is basically saying, cut back to the argument, she's saying like, you know, she's apologized for using the word hate. It's a very immature word. Zizi's like, yeah, it is immature and it is a very strong word, and you knew what you were doing when you were using it, and you know what you're doing now by using terms like derogatory.
Yes.
And Lauren's response to that, I just
said it to her.
Do you know what I mean? And in front of Louis as well.
Yeah.
Serious. And Lauren's response is, I don't know what I'm doing at all. Of course you don't, Lauren, because you're a child. Of course you don't, because you're a freaking child. Seriously. Anyway, Zizi walks out. She walks out. She walks to the kitchen. She tells the guys what's happened and everything like that. And she's just basically saying, yeah, don't really use the word hate. Do you know what I mean? And the fact is, like, I get why Zizi is focusing on that, but I feel like it's bigger than that. Do you know what I mean? The fact is, it's like you're chatting the girl and you're implying that she has convinced other people to vote for you. That's the underlying subtext of that conversation. Do you know what I mean? That it stems from Zizi. You know, that she is a problem. She dislikes you so much that she's encouraged other people to vote for you. Which is, that's really what she should be apologizing for. That she got it wrong. And actually, with the orange thing, she over exaggerated. She overreacted even. She overreacted with the oranges. Do you know what I mean? As a big, hardback woman, you overreacted.
Over oranges.
Over oranges.
You stating, no, I don't like it like that. So you did your own thing, and all she did was tell people, these ain't good enough for Lauren. She's doing her own thing. That's happened. Yeah. That is a factual recounting of what took place. And then you're going to be like, no, but what you did was rude. I told people what happened. It's absolutely crazy.
And the thing is, maybe it was a little bit rude, but was you not rude to me earlier? And you just like, and then just tap me and be like, did you not do the same thing? Did you not do the same thing? Zizi basically matched her energy, and she was like, no, not me. Like, she was just like, not me. You can't do that.
But Lauren can do it, and it's banter and jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Consistently, it's just banter and jokes when I do it. When you did it to me, no, it's rude and vile, and you're attacking me because you hate me. What are you, 2?
This is it.
Oh.
This is it. And it's very, it's very, 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 it was stupid what she was doing, but I'm glad Zizi called her out on it and everything like that. You know, Zizi does tell the group, like, look, we just had an argument. I won't be talking to her for about now. Do you know what I mean? Marisha was just like, I think you guys should squash it. But Zizi walks out anyway. Lauren then comes into the kitchen, explains the same thing. She's just like, you know what? I'm really upset. Again, missing the point. I'm really upset. And I've got to put my big girl knickers on now and everything. And Fern literally has to say to her, like, look, you have to see from a little bit from her point of view that it's a bit of a shock hearing that someone's been talking about you and they're saying that they hate you. And that's, it's a shock. Louis just like, well, it's just banter. If Louis don't sit down,
I hope it's all a part of editing, but I needed Fern to reiterate what she said.
Yeah.
Like, I was literally like, no, this is, and at least she's got 5 points more for being the only one to be like, we should see it from her point of view.
Yeah.
It's disgraceful that there wasn't more. And I would say definitely, though I love Marisha, I was very disappointed that she wasn't more standing beside Zizi in this. I get self-preservation, I get all of that. No, sometimes you just gotta you have to be your sister's keeper, and she wasn't, and that was disappointing.
No. It was really disappointing, actually, and I was just like, not sure about you. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing. I'm just like, nah, man. I'm not. She's jokes. She's jokes. But if that's all you are, do you know what I mean? Like, nah.
I needed her to step up a bit, man, and also for herself. I think sometimes when you just have integrity in all walks, like how Trish was, whether it's for you or against you, that's about your character. It lasts longer than the game show when people can see the traits of your character.
Yeah.
And it was a bit like, this is a bit lily-livered.
Yeah. I can see that. My only thing is just like, maybe they didn't understand how serious Lauren was making it. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe that's the only thing I would potentially give. But I just feel like, nah, Marisha, you know what their deal is. You know, you've already bonded with Zizi about this. Do you know what I mean? About the problems that you face. So yeah, you could have done more, to be honest.
Even just to be in the bedroom to witness it.
Yeah, to see what was going on.
Because all they're going on is what Louis was saying, and Louis is a liar.
Yeah, exactly. But it was just like, you know what pissed me off even more? That Levi, when she came into the kitchen, Levi's hugging her. Don't fucking hug her after you nominated her, and you didn't even come to. And the thing, I don't like that shit. They're not on code.
No, far
they're
from
not
it.
on code at all, and I don't like it. I'm so annoyed.
I can't wait for Levi to come out and see what black people have been saying about him. I actually cannot wait for that. Although he'll probably run further into white arms, but who cares?
Yeah.
But I just can't wait for him to see that we can all see that he is a prize Uncle Tom. Like we've all seen it.
Some bullshit, man. So yeah, Zizi, Nikita and David are chatting in the garden, and basically Zizi's like, look, she's probably gonna start crying now. Everyone's gonna feel sorry for her, and everyone's gonna think I'm a bad person. And David and Nikita are just like, absolutely not, you are not, and nobody thinks that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm glad that she's got some support there. Do you know what I mean? Bradley comes out as well, and he's like, under 34s unite. And then Gary comes out to ruin it. Seriously. And Nikita, you know, he was so sweet to Zizi. He was just like, you know what, you have such a good energy. Do you know what I mean? Like, try not to get upset about this. Try, you know, we've had such a good day today. Like, don't let stupidity, because he can see it for what it is, like, ruin today. Do you know what I mean? And tomorrow's another day. And then Gary is just like, tomorrow's the last day. Caca. And it's just like, Gary,
there's something wrong with them, you know.
Now's not the time, man.
It needs to be assessed.
It needs to.
Self-absorption that runs through the strand of a community.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about you at this moment. Just sit there quietly.
It really isn't. It really, really isn't. I don't understand. Gary, he's just such an attention seeker.
Constantly.
Yeah. So the guys aren't wrong then, right? They're not wrong.
Yeah, no, when they're saying that, but he always has to be a part of something.
Yeah.
And you see it from time to time, like, yeah, he's a beg friend. Is why he does stupid things at his age. Like I'm trying to be like young, and it's just like it's really embarrassing. Like he really is an embarrassing uncle.
Yeah.
And it's who are you really, Gary? Because you're probably an all right guy when you're being yourself. But when are you ever being yourself if you're not trying to impress people? It's like it gets boring, because who are you?
Is he all right guy though? I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know who he is.
Yeah, we don't. We really don't. He's just like, yeah, I don't know what he thought he was trying to achieve, but it's just so not about you right now. And the fact that, again, you're a grown, hardback man and you can't see that this girl is upset. You decided to make this moment about yourself. This is not funny. This is not it's not doing what you think it's doing. Like, you're not even a clown right now. You're just an irritation. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're actually just the irritation. So yeah, I just thought, nah. Well, then Lauren, everyone started coming outside anyway, because Lauren and Louis have to go in the bin. I was just like, who is it? Is it Nicole or Sarah Destiny that's saying like in the bin all the time?
It's Nicole.
Nicole, yeah. Just like maybe someone's been watching the show, because
I'm telling you, they are. They literally are. I know they are. There's too many points of similarities. It's like, no, you guys are literally, you're watching the Black reviews. You
seriously. Someone's on the team anyway. Yeah. And like Lauren comes in front of everybody and she's just like, she doesn't even really talk to Zizi properly. She was just like, well, I just want to give her a hug, like announcing it.
Yes.
Like, it was just weird.
Precisely what she did. Walk into the place, like, I think I need to give her a hug.
And then she said, because I don't want to upset anybody else. I'm just like, you what? Like, again, this woman knows no about, like, do you know what I mean? It was so bad. Zizi's just like, why are you hugging me? Are you hugging me because of everybody else? Because you don't want to, upset everybody else, or what? Like, what is it? And then Lauren, with her bold face, was just like, yeah, because I don't want to upset anyone else. Like, Zizi, she gave you a line. She tried to get you out of it. She tried to help me get out of the hole, but no. Is Lauren dumb? Like,
yes.
Is she dumb? She's dumb. Okay,
yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
self-centered and dumb.
Exactly.
Okay.
And immature.
And
she doesn't care.
And slightly prejudiced, in my opinion.
I would say racist. I would give her that. I would say she is racist. So she's not seeing Zizi's humanity. No. In any way. It's like, you are here to serve me. So now you must give me a hug, so that everybody can see that I'm a decent human being and I tried.
Yes. Yeah. I'm a good person, because they love that. I'm a good person. Zizi's just like, listen, if I don't want to, if that's the reason you want to hug me, then I don't want to. And Lauren just keeps on going. She's just like, the atmosphere in here at the moment. And Zizi's just like, well, you're only hugging me because you don't want to upset other people. So there's no point then, is there? And it's just like, fair. Do you know what I mean? Like, absolutely fair. What do you want the girl to do? Like, I cannot fathom this woman bringing up her children. If her child was in this situation, what are you doing, bruv? Are you going to be saying that to your child?
And that your child should have it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even coming to say sorry to you. Like, you know what, Zizi, I'm really sorry that I mentioned you. I know that must have been a shock. I know you must be upset about it. I'm going to do my punishment now. I'd really like to give you a hug. It's very simple. You ain't even got to think about it too tough.
It's really not that deep.
View something to placate the person, hug them, and go about your business. And then people would be like, you're a good person. But she hasn't even got the decency to do that. Because she's not a good person.
She's not. And she's stupid as well.
Very.
So Lauren's just like, well, okay then, and then turns and goes towards the bin. Okay, so it's just like, yeah, you are dumb. And Zizi's just like exactly what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? If it's not for me, then do you know what I mean? Like, she's not trying to even say sorry. She's not trying to like connect with me like on this and see how I'm feeling. She's not trying to do any of that. And just everybody is friggin' silent. Yeah. Everyone is silent. And this is, again, I swear, reality shows are frivolous things, but every now and again they show you something. And this is a lesson here. This is what happens in these situations where everyone just says nothing, because they know what's going on. They know what it is. Do you know what I mean? But they're too scared to speak up. This is it. That was like the perfect example, because they all know Lauren is in the wrong. Lauren's in the wrong in this moment. And what she done was was a microaggression, really and truly. That's what she done. And she's only doing this to Zizi because she's a black woman at the end of the day. And every single person sitting there knew that. They all knew it, and they couldn't say anything. It was fucking awkward.
And then not ever going to in those situations. But even in the comments, that whole scenario firmly became Zizi's problem.
Oh yeah, of course.
And the same situation with Matty and Kerry in the normal movie, where remember when she was chatting and then he was vexed and then she was like, let's just hug, and he was like, no, I don't want to hug you because I'm everybody understood. Everyone understood Matty being like, no, my personal space. But Zizi is not allowed her personal space.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like you always have to hone in on that's a part of racism.
Yeah.
Like, when people don't understand what it is, it's like that's a part of it. She can't have her own body agency. She must give in to Lauren's whims. And when she doesn't, she's in the wrong.
This is what I'm saying. And this is why you can't give a shit about how they think or feel when they're trying to come for you. You cannot. Zizi's like, am I a dickhead? No, you're not, darling. You're not. You know exactly what's happening. Do you know what I mean? You know just right. And you will not be fooled by these foolish people. Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Get you out. Yes, Shantae May, use these clips in the DNI training. That is 100%. Precisely what they need to do.
100%.
Is do these situations and then have a discussion around it, and you'll get more people being like, no, Zizi was in the wrong. Then for a trainer to point out, these are the parts of your personality that you flipping need to work on.
Yeah.
Because why are you centering the
that way? Yeah. Seriously. Crazy. Zizi goes to the diary room. She just repeats that hate is a strong word. You know what I mean? She likes people to choose their words carefully, and she does also say, like, look, with all due respect, I don't need Louis to like me or think I'm great. I don't rate his opinion. And it's just like, yes, you're just saying what we all think. Do you know what I mean? The only one who rates Louis' opinion is Louis. You know what I'm saying?
And Levi.
And Levi.
Levi cares. Ekansu cares.
True. Oh,
Julia is asking, Sade, who does your lashes?
So she is an amazing woman based in Croydon. Lash by Chanel on Instagram. She's amazing. You might have to book in advance, but I've been going to her for years. Thank you, by the way. But yeah, she's really good. Lash by Chanel. So yeah, on Instagram. I'll put a link in as well. She's really good. So yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, so Zizi, then I think Zizi goes to bed, right? She does go to bed.
When she goes and lies down. I just don't blame her. I would. That is classically something I would do. Just to recoup.
Yeah.
Like, to be alone, I would probably just go and lie down and meditate. Just be like, let me just get this out. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we have a few people gathered indoors. I can't remember exactly who, but I remember that Fern, Levi, Ekin were there. Levi decides to say, I wonder if her not accepting Lauren's apology will look bad on Zizi. And I'm just like, this bitch of a man.
If he could not sink any lower in my estimation, that was the floor level of he's one of those.
He is 100% one of those. And it was just like, you know what you're doing by even saying that. You don't have to say this at all. Like, it doesn't have to need to come into the episode. It just doesn't have to be there. Ekin was just like, well, it depends what the public thinks, and kind of do you know what I mean? And it took David to be like, well, no, it's gonna blow over. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's raw at the moment, but they're gonna sort it out. Obviously, emotions are flying around the place. It's gonna sort itself out. Do you know what I mean? That's all you need to do. You just need to nip it in the bud, or not even have the conversation in the fucking first place.
He didn't need to say it. And as the black man to be doing it, he reminded me of Dylan. There are just coconuts everywhere.
Oh yes, yeah.
That will just throw a black woman under the bus, like, constantly, and be like, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm just talking. He had no reason to say that. You know how this country is as it is, and you're just planting seeds. He's wicked, you know. He absolutely is an agent. He's an agent, most definitely. I was like, no, you're actually disgraceful. And if I was your daughter that was talking to you, I'm not talking to you now.
No.
I'd be like, my dad's a fool.
Because repeating the same behavior, are you not? Do you know what I mean? Yes, ashes, ashes. Yes, this will not help his relationship with his daughters. Yes, absolutely. Do you know what I mean? Sheila on Instagram is saying, I will never support his brand. He's Jamaican too. It's so embarrassing.
Too embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Too embarrassing. I mean, the thing is, it's like his daughters are Zizi's age. And that he has no affinity to Zizi, a fellow Jamaican who is the same age as your kids. That tells me a lot about who you are.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Because you were just immediately, if you were really missing your kids, you would take her under your wing, because you'd be like, this is, you'd feel an affinity to the person, standardly anyway. But the fact that he doesn't, I know what type of dad you are.
Yeah. Definitely. And it just goes to show, right? He's from the beginning, he was like, I don't see a reflection of myself in you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's why he
nominate her. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of everybody, it's only a few days, you don't even know people, but you didn't immediately feel like, I can't nominate a black person.
Because I have to protect her like you would protect your child, is it not? Do you know what I mean?
He went to I like Ekansu. Ekansu has a bit of proof of Zizi. Zizi must go.
Yeah.
Madness. Shantae Mason translation. Sorry, Massa, for the ruckus my people done did. It's not like him. It's not like him. That is exactly what he did.
That's what it comes across like. Jeez, like so bad. So bad. But yeah, Lauren and Louis are in the bin. Lauren still doesn't understand what's really going on, but she says she's happy to bury it, and she implies that Zizi was doing all of that for 5 minutes of fame, for airtime. And I'm just like, no, Lauren, that's you're projecting at this moment in time. Louis still doesn't really understand the rules of Big Brother. Do you know what I mean? He's still there trying to count and work it out. Like, bro,
that was a rule break.
Yes, it was another one.
Brother, that you needed to be on the channel and be like, you are further doing a rule. You're not allowed to talk about the nominations. How hard is it? It's very simple. You nominate and you move on. Like, you don't dissect it and you don't try and work out how many people, who did it. You don't do that. Madness.
And this is the thing. And then Louis says something like, such a pity she's a nice girl, like referring to Zizi. And it's just like, such a pity in what way? I'm just like, is this guy, I would not be surprised. I'm sure none of us surprised if we find out that Louis has done some severely shitty things to people. Like, we know some things, but it's just like, what do you mean by that? Like, what are you going to do? Murder her in her fucking sleep? Like, what was that? It sounded like a freaking threat. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
What the hell? Didn't like that at all. He does speak to Zizi, and he keeps on saying, "Oh, you were great today," and it's just like, again, like, is my existence a performance for you that you have to grade every day? Like, what the fuck? I just don't even like the way he talks. I don't like the phrases.
It's slimy. It's really creepy.
Yes.
Like when they go over, which one is it? Is it the Rapunzel? And the spindly spider that tries to be like, all you've got to do is give. He acts like a creep.
Oh, he does.
Like, he would be the Gargamel that is literally like, give me your soul and I'll give you all the riches. Like, he has that vibe about him.
Yeah.
I would avoid him at all costs. I'd literally just be like, I'm not even talking to Louis, because I feel like he would put a curse on whatever I'm working on. If he's not involved in it, he would go around and talk to people so that project didn't happen.
Yeah.
He's that man.
Yes. Yeah. I think he will do the phone call. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like this person. Let's not work with them.
No, they're not good. He's probably blackballed so many people. Just like, no, they don't work hard. No, they're lazy. No, like, he would have a story about everybody. He's a dark spirit, definitely.
Definitely. Definitely. Oh, it's horrible. He's basically saying, "Oh, you know, I'm not getting involved. Like, like you didn't start the shit in the first place."
Exactly.
I mean, but you know, he just wants to tell her that Lauren is really upset, and also, I'm sorry. Like, do you know what I mean? I think he could see it in her eyes, like she's upset. Like, what the hell? Like, and Zizi, you know, she starts to explain and everything, but Louis just keeps on freaking cutting her off every second. Do you know what I mean? And he just generally is just not on there on any sort of sincere mission at all.
No.
Like he's just like, I just want to say what I'm saying. Like at one point she starts to talking, and he was just like, okay, then we're done. It was just like that kind of energy.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean?
He couldn't even hear it. Like he was like, just listen to what I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
Go and apologize to Lauren, and let's keep it moving. That was his mission. So I don't want to hear from you because I don't care.
That was it. He was just like, oh, you know, she doesn't mean it. She doesn't have a bad bone in her body. I'm just like, how the fuck do you know? You met her 4 days ago.
Exactly.
How do you know? How do you know about her bones in her body? You don't know anything. You don't know anything at all. And it's just like that speech that they were mocking, like Simon Cowell for. This is you. You're doing the same thing. She hasn't got a bad bone in her body. How many times have we heard that before?
Yes.
And in what kind of situations? Always when there's a question mark over the behavior, is it not?
I think what was her name said exactly the same about Piers Morgan.
Oh,
about Piers and Meghan Markle. That's how it all went down in the first place. Like, Piers doesn't have a racist bone in his body. Like, he's a really good man. He's really good to everybody. Really, while he's phone tapping the shit out of most people and destroying their lives, he's a really good person. Consistently been a good person all his life. Like, you guys are shit judges of character.
Honestly.
So I can only think that you see an affinity with shit people as well. Mm-hmm. Really, that's all we're seeing is that they're assholes.
This is it, and it's because they've been repeatedly rewarded for their bad behavior.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So they can't. I will give Louis that he has been so rewarded so much in his life, it must be difficult for him to see what's right from wrong. Do you know what I mean? He does, like, it's blurry, it's grey for him. Do you know what I mean? Lauren, I'm not affording you that at all. Do you know what I mean? You haven't gone to the heights of fame for you to have that. You're not there. You're talking about in the diary room, you know, you was a hairdresser and then this, that, what was it? Then you was doing PR, marketing for a club, and then you wanted to be famous. And you're talking about ZZ and 5 minutes of fame. No, that's exactly what you want. Do you know what I mean? That's exactly what you're trying to get out of this. Exactly. That's exactly why you try to hug her, because you're worried about what you can lose in this moment.
Mm-hmm, and get dashed out now. It's nuts that Louis even talking about ZZ being the least famous person in there when Gary and Lauren are still in there. Done nothing. Like, Lauren has literally had scripted situations that she's been in the Real Housewives of Cheshire, and she's more deserving than ZZ.
That's
like crazy. It's actually like nuts. Ekin-Su, you literally were on Love Island. More deserving than somebody that has gone out, grafted, actually made their career, made a place for themselves to be a part.
Didn't steal it from someone. Do you know what I mean?
And you're going to be like, yeah, no, they don't deserve to be here.
Not married to someone.
We shouldn't call it racism.
Do you know what I mean?
Shouldn't call it racism either. Nah.
It's crazy.
Not buying it.
So saying, oh God. So yeah, they all are gathered. Anyway, they're all gathered, and who knew this episode was going to take this long? But anyway, they're all gathered together, and it's time for Lauren and Louis to apologize. Lauren gets up, and I quote: "This is the apology to all of the."
Louis sent her. Her. She said, "You want to do it?" He said, "No, you do."
No, you do it in that kind of way. Like, I'm not touching this. And then she's just like, to all the housemates here, we are deeply sorry for any upset we have caused today. It was totally banter, and we're really, really sorry, Lauren and Louis. And there is a deafening silence. Like, what the actual fuck? Like,
The silence was
it,
the best.
it really was. And I think like you could see Zizi's face was twitching because she was trying not to laugh because it's like, this is a joke. But everyone being silent was making it serious. And then Bradley starts laughing. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like,
it was embarrassing.
Are they okay?
I was embarrassed for them. You had an hour and that's what you came up with. I was literally like, this is so embarrassing. I'm not reading that out. I don't care what Louis says. I'd have to throw in, you're the man, you should read it. Like, no, I'm not standing up to read this shit. We wrote 3 lines.
That's it's so disrespectful, yeah. Like it was the silence was funny in that, but the meaning behind it all,
yes, it was disrespectful. It was disrespectful.
It was so disrespectful. I was just like, what? You guys you're actually taking the piss, and you know that you can, and you're being so passive aggressive about it. It's unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's literally not much ZZ can do in this moment, and you fucking know it, and you know no one's going to stand up and say anything, and this is a repeat of that behavior. That silence was so deafening because they all know the magnitude of disrespect that was there. And actually, Lauren's, she's such a stupid puppet that Lou, do you know what I mean? Lou's the mastermind behind that stupid apology, and Lauren's just so dumb that she went with it as well.
Yeah,
just to insult Zizi.
I was reading, and I don't know if Lauren has mentioned this, but like her community, like, so within them, I think they have spoken about how many followers they've got. I think this is a conversation that's taken place, and Ekin-Su has mentioned this as well. So there does seem to be this whole thing of our collective kind of base is more popular than any of these, like the other side. So they have a thing of like, we can kind of do what we're gonna do because we have fans that will vote for us. Like, they will keep us safe. And that's why Lauren is doing this as well. Why she's like getting involved in their side, because it's like they have the bigger set of fans that will keep them in. Is very disappointing, but she thinks that she's gambled on the right side. Like, that somehow maybe they're gonna get her a job or something. Like, maybe there's gonna be some type of you could get.
The thing is,
they can't get themselves a job. That's why they're in there. I don't know why anybody would be thinking these guys can
Sharon's doing all right. She's doing all right. I don't know what. Maybe the agent, maybe the person at ITV that had to tell her, or whatever production company that had to tell her that Simon doesn't want you for X Factor anymore, was just like, I'm gonna make it up to you. And this what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Because she got the sweetest deal. The sweetest deal, man. She's making a lot of money by being there for the minimal amount of time and having like almost like full immunity. Right?
Why is she still there?
Exactly. She should be gone tonight though.
Right? Okay, I hope so. Because I'm totally like, why is the chick still in the place? Like,
yeah, she needs to go.
A bit mad.
But yeah, it was just disgusting. I thought that was really, really disgusting. Yeah, Lauren needs to go. But Lauren and Zizi, they do make up. I think Zizi herself, she knows how to play the game as well. Do you know what I mean? And they kind of go back and forth a little bit. They're just saying the same things. And yeah, they kind of just decide to move forward on it as well.
Yeah.
And Zizi does actually apologize twice, kind of thing. Whereas Lauren, she the things that she actually apologized for, I was just like, not sure about this, because it was only for the hate comment, really. That was it.
Yeah, I mean, I would bite my tongue to apologize, but I know what Zizi did was the right thing.
Yeah.
And I
hate survival
that she had to do that.
Yes.
is the world that we're in, and I get why she did it. I was like, okay, I understand the move.
Yeah. So yeah, they hug and make up, and this is all happening while people are voting for who should go. It's still eviction night. And the people that are out for eviction are obviously Lauren and Gary. And yeah, it turns out Gary is the one that needs to go. So Gary goes. I don't think anyone's really cared that much on Big Brother's Little Brother, whatever it's called. I can't remember. Late Live. You know, I think the main things that stood out to me that he was saying that he thinks Levi has probably got the best chance of winning. He likes Levi the most, which is just like, of course you do, because he's still out. So yeah. That was it. Really, I didn't have any big moments from the after show.
I think in one of the clips that was floating around, I don't think that was actually from Late and Live. I think it's when they just do it to camera. He did sum up Ekin-Su perfectly. Like he had her number.
Yeah.
He knew that she was fake. He knew what she's about. Like, he had summed up Ekin-Su. This is the thing. It's like he ain't silly. He's just a beg friend. Like, really.
He's a beg.
But he would have been harmless in there compared to Lauren. Lauren, I feel, is a danger to the black women.
Yeah.
And Marisha is just keeping her head down. But if Zizi wasn't there, Marisha would have been the target. But you know, this is why you need the solidarity in numbers. But it's just disappointing. I was a bit disappointed with her on that Friday episode. Can't lie. I liked her candor, but I wanted her to be there for Zizi.
Yeah, she wasn't. Not as the thing. Okay, you know what? We can give her that it's edited. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So we can give her that, so she can have a little bit more grace.
Yes.
I'm gonna give her a little bit more grace.
Oh, Shantae May, for real. Yeah, I liked how Gary spoke about Zizi. Yes.
What did he say again? I can't remember.
I think he was very honest and measured with everybody other than Levi, but I can imagine Levi had poured a lot into him. Levi probably knows that this is a man that is worth 30 million. He's probably going to try and do some business with him and steal one of his businesses. So I think he was probably being nice to him because he knows what he can get.
So he can still rob him later.
Yes. A long con.
Right.
He ain't a silly thief. He knows what he's doing. He knows who to be nice to. But I think he just like admired her standing on her principles. Like he liked her.
Okay.
He wasn't talking about her like the others were. And I liked that as well. Yeah. I don't really mind Gary too much. You know, a beg is a beg. We've all met a few of them.
No, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with his thingies. Like, do you know what I mean? Like he wants. I don't know.
Tory and everything. Yeah.
No, but beyond that, like also like the way he's gone on about Megan, like what, like, do you know what I mean? You've gone in hard. You haven't even met the girl. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't have to do that. And now because
I can't defend her though.
No.
I feel myself. I can't defend Megan anymore because I actually don't care because she also is not for black people.
No, so she's not.
She wants it to be the ruler of empire. Like,
no. I'm totally here for that as well. Do you know what I mean? I am, but he's only doing it because she's black. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no that's it. So like, you don't really like black people that like you.
Yeah, you like sellouts. He likes sellouts. He should actually like Megan.
He should. So they're moving on to yesterday night. Obviously the episode starts with them Gary leaving. They did have Cat Burns playing. You know that song where it's just like pack up your stuff and go. Yeah. I was cracking up. Louis, loud and proud, he's just like, yep, it's the right decision. I'm not sorry.
You know when you're literally like, I swear Louis he's actually a psycho. Like now you're like, it's the right decision. A few days ago you were talking about it, he shouldn't even be up. Like he should.
Yeah.
I was like,
exactly.
no, the man's crazy. No. And
He's-
why have you got to keep on talking? Who cares about your decision making on anything? No one cares about your opinion.
This is it. This is it, man. Sharon's agreed with him though. I think they were talking about it that it was his first time on TV, like it was Gary's first time on TV and everything like that. No, Levi was saying that he was feeling sorry for him because it was his first time on TV. Lauren, of course, she's talking about herself. She was just like, I wasn't feeling ready to go. And Levi was just like saying, I was telling him, like, you know, he's got to stop pretending. He's got to stop pretending. But yeah, okay, Levi, how about you stop pretending? Yeah. How about you talk to you? Do you know what I mean? You need to tell anyone anything. Anyone anything. Oh sugar, I just remembered something. Yeah, and they're basically just bitching about him anyway. And then we have Fern or Ekinsu. I couldn't work out who it was, just decided to start a random conversation about Donald Trump. Just like
it was Fern, wasn't it? She was like, "And what about Donald Trump?"
Yeah.
I don't know what got her there.
Yeah.
In the first place to be like throwing names out there. But that was that was an interesting producer.
It was
part.
a bit it was just like, this edit's weird. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you putting this in? But okay. Louis, though, surprisingly, was just like, no, he's allergic. He thinks he's a complete fraud. Sharon was just like, well, I done The Apprentice with him, and he was very charming. He, you know, he's really cool, and that he won't actually talk to you if you're attractive. And I swear to God, Louis said, or someone said, or powerful. And I was just like, are you taking the piss? Because it was just like the timing of it, was just like, oh, so Sharon's not attractive. She's powerful.
It was Louis. Yeah, I thought that he's consistent with his bitchiness. In the same way, he was like, Ekinsu, don't get above yourself. You're not a pretty girl. Like he was also reaffirming to Sharon, like, dude, listen, it's because of your power. It wasn't because of your looks.
Yeah, so relax.
That ain't a lie.
It's not a lie, but you just needed to humble her in that moment. Sharon basically was, she did say she was annoyed with Trump because when he came to see the Queen, he was walking in front of her and stuff. So it's just like, oh, was it they just saying Fern said that? Or maybe, I don't know. Whoever said it, it was rude. It was rude. So then they have the shopping task, which was the main part of the episode, to be fair. I don't think there's much we can talk about here, but they had the shopping task, which was Big Brother's police station, where they had all these sirens, and I can't lie, I felt it was a bit triggering. Do you know what I mean? I was just like, making me feel uncomfortable. But Lauren was the police captain and Marisha was the deputy, and David was asked to do a secret mission. And he enlists Zizi to do the secret mission, and they were a perfect combo. Do you know what I mean? They were very entertaining. They had to like hide the body of the clown. They had to steal evidence and everything like that. They had to distract people. And I think they done really, really well.
They did. Other than Lauren almost foiling them doing it spectacularly well because she don't like Zizi and she had to find her. Other than that, it was like, they did well. And that was, I really appreciated that he picked her. I was like, that's really nice.
Yeah. Cheer her up a little bit because that was.
He's growing on me. He really is. Like, I don't know. I don't find him as loud as I did before, but maybe I'm just accustomed to. If you tell him something, he's gonna shout it, and then he stops. You know,
he is funny and he's got great one-liners.
Yes.
But he is loud. I don't know. My introverted self, I don't know how. I don't know how I deal with that all the time, though. Do you know what I mean? I'd have to wear headphones around him or something. I just just too loud. It's too freaking loud. But Shantae May, you're absolutely right. I think the younger lot are aware. I think that you would definitely see a divide, like that divide in the house, or like, you know, like what is actually socially acceptable now and what's not. Do you know what I mean? And like Lauren's definitely part of the old school. like think, and Louis and them, like you can get away with this kind of nonsense, but at the same time, that pathology still across them all because they're not speaking out. Do you know what I mean?
We will see in their nominations. Then I can really go into if they're truly spotting it. If they are truly like, we're not going to speak on it, but we're gonna use our votes to get rid of this entity of people. But we're not seeing them bitching. So I wonder if it's in the edit, because obviously they got to give a villain of sorts. I wonder if they are sitting down talking about the olders, like how the olders are talking about everybody else. I wonder.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's true. It's true. Well, you saw Bradley and David laughing about the apology. They were in the bathroom laughing about the apology and stuff, but it doesn't seem like they're being catty.
No,
it doesn't seem like it. So yeah, but then Sharon and Louis and Ekin, I'm gonna say as well, they seem very catty, like more than the average person.
Yes, like all day long sitting there watching and just discussing people.
Yeah. And Gary was like that too, actually, as well. He just loved the bitch.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then Lauren's just not a nice person. She's just not.
She's dim. She is dim. I think that last
imagine being dim and hateful. That's
her face is just so annoying to me as well.
Nice.
But she needs to dissolve all of the fillers and start again.
Just start again, babe.
It's like clogging. But the end convo, or was there anything in between that when they're all sitting around and Sharon's being horrible about the Real Housewives?
Oh, yeah.
I loved that part.
What was she talking about? Basically, because they were talking about Real Housewives, and Louis asked her which one do you like the best. Like Sharon will know. Sharon's just like, well, actually, I don't even watch them because I don't like what they represent, and actually, I think that their lives are BS. Like taking a jet here and there, it doesn't really happen, and like it's just a really bad example. And then that's when Lauren was talking about she was a hairdresser and in PR and marketing, and then her doing the show was her chance at kind of fame and like gave her financial freedom and everything like that, and she could do what she wants. And then Sharon was just like, all that flaunting the wealth, like not really on it. And then she talks, is Denise Richards? She was talking about Charlie Sheen's daughter or something. She said, and she was just like, look at her. She's a really good-looking girl, but she's doing OnlyFans. And what kind of message is that to give to people? Do you know what I mean? And then Ekin, being Ekin, I didn't do that.
Yeah, I would never. I'd prefer to be penniless. I was just like, Ekin, you are such an arse licker.
She's a big too. She's a big.
I was like, and then weren't Lauren your brethren a second ago? Like
exactly
that grouping. There's zero loyalty. At some point, somebody has to be like
the bottom.
The bottom person.
Yeah.
And at this point, it was low. I was literally like, Sharon, this is so rude. You know that's why she's in here. That's the franchise that she's a part of, and you're like, it's shit, basically.
Not good.
And the women that do it are shit.
A bad example. She's a bad example. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't agree with her. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really don't. Like, I think it's hella entertaining. Someone's got to do it. So cool. I'm okay. It exists and stuff. But yeah, Lauren, you have to understand. Like, if you want to be a big bad monster, know there's someone bigger and badder. And Sharon
they'll take you. Like, she literally was. Maybe she had been being a bit bullshit. Like, oh, I got Louis on side, and Sharon decided I'm going to reduce her.
Like,
she needs to know about herself. So I was like, nah, Sharon, you're not even facing her. It was so dismissive. I'm talking about you sideways. So you are just getting my words.
You're in the peripheral.
Like, no, this is so bitchy. And all you can do is scramble with, but it's giving me financial freedom.
Not the voice. Not the old English voice. But this is the thing, you can't even nominate Sharon. She can't even get her own back. She can't even nominate her. You know what I mean?
No, she's got to sit with that, like the shame. that was swelling around her body. Oh boy.
Yeah. But then
It's gonna
also,
come out some way. But I was like, nah, Sharon's a bitch, man.
yeah.
That was cruel.
And I do think I really, I don't know. I don't want to give Sharon too much credit, but you know, sometimes it might even be the ZZ thing. You don't even know. Because Sharon did say, you know what, at least ZZ made something, she's done really well for herself. Do you know what I mean? So it might just show Lauren, relax.
Yeah,
relax.
absolutely.
Like,
it was a calm down.
Yeah.
Like, actually, yeah, you and Lulu had a moment together, but calm down. Like, just remember,
he's my bitch, not yours.
Yeah, not yours. Like, word of double acting. Just remember who you are. Where she's got you flipping defending OnlyFans. I was literally like, Lauren, do you know what you've come to now?
Like,
where she took you because you're not smart enough to see what she's doing. Now you're being like, no, but OnlyFans matters. I mean, what other jobs could you do? It's either £11 an hour or OnlyFans. I was literally like, oh my god,
no, babe.
They got us saying stupidness on TV. Oh god,
this is what I'm saying. I just don't know. She's a dim-witted woman, big woman.
So
it's just dim-witted and hateful. Seriously,
she's a out.
She's a send out you. She actually is a send out you.
Oh god,
he really is.
What a fool.
But yeah, that was so okay. Right, so nominations. They're probably going to nominate tonight, right? And then someone's going to be evicted on Tuesday. I think that's what they said.
Oh yeah, it's going to be that fast, isn't it, to get it down because it's only 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. So I think it might be Lauren and Louis up for eviction. You know, I think that people are going to they're going to vote silently. Do you know what I mean? They don't like Lauren. No one's going to like her more for what she's done. And she was anyway. But I think people don't like Louis as well. I don't think it's.
Well, he doesn't do anything. And he even during that task, he went to sleep. I get he's old, but it's like, even if you're old, you could do the dishes from time to time when you're awake. Like, so
there's other old people. Do you know what I mean?
Sammy J says, unfortunately, ZZ might be up. I don't think there's enough. I don't think there's enough people to do it. I mean, she could do if they try and do a Spendoolies. She could do. But I feel like it's going to be Lauren and Louis, I think. Yeah, I think so. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if Ekin's at peak annoyance yet. But I think more people might vote for Ekin now as well, because of just the way that she's been a bit, and stuff. That could split it enough, you know, where they make 4 of them up. Yeah, I hate like that, because then I don't know if ZZ's up at this moment in time. ZZ's going. Yeah, there's just public call. Yeah, Levi to vote for ZZ. He probably is going to. I don't know how he's going to justify it. He will say, like, you know, she's probably better off at home or something, or maybe this is too much. He will say anything. He will just say anything. He'll make a song about it. Man, I'm so annoyed with him. I don't think enough people would vote ZZ. Yeah. I know. Dami J says there is a huge twist apparently. Has that one come out? The what do they call it? It's not first look, but sneak peek. Yeah, there we go. Dami J says sneak peek is out. Cool. All right, no problem. Let me line that up. Nana, get some more comments while I'm okay. All right. So Shantae May says Lauren was probably about to set up her OnlyFans account just before BB called. Probably. She was passionate about it. Shayla says Levi is going to vote her. Sell out. He is, man. Yeah. He probably is going to do it. Even if he doesn't, he's still a sellout and a coon. Oh, 100%. Okay, so Only the Truth says people were saying Ekin wanted to say that she liked him, but didn't because the others didn't. Oh, about Gary. You can imagine that.
Oh, serious?
And Jordan Parker says, "Good morning. Sharon is out of order trying to shame sex workers. She probably doesn't know that it's not the only thing happening on OnlyFans. They even have people making millions off feet only."
It's true.
I mean, yeah.
Sharon's, the thing is, I'm not surprised by her opinion because she's proper old school. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not surprised about her opinion. And also as well, I just don't think that even her, she's not that relevant. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just that, it's just that she took Lauren down a peg. That's what I like.
Yeah, I think that was her aim.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go with a sneak peek.
And today, the housemates will nominate.
Oh, this is so annoying.
Okay, they've got me because I'm definitely gonna watch it. They've got me. They got me.
If Louis was up, she's gonna save him, isn't it?
Yeah,
she's gonna save him.
Yeah, she will.
Lip's sake, this thing is such a setup.
It's so really annoying.
It's so annoying. That is a fix.
It is a fix. I hope Zizi's not even up.
Yeah.
I hope she's not even up. If she is, hopefully Sharon will do the right thing and save her. But she's not going to save Zizi over Louis. She's not going to do that.
I know. I mean, she could do in the guise of, I just think you'd be safe though, Louis. Like,
nah.
She could try that, but she ain't gonna. If Louis up, she's saving him.
He will walk.
Maybe that's too bait to save him. Like, maybe they would be like, "No, we want an argument out of this, Sharon." Like, just, I don't know.
Sharon's got her own room. She's not gonna do it. Nah.
This is so shit. This is so shit. Oh God, great.
Shayla, say, why does Sharon have all this power? It's crazy.
I feel like it has something to do with the deal, man. It's got something to do with that ITV thing. That's why she shared that story. There's something in it. This is
payback. She's getting she's cashing in.
Yeah. What you lost in that contract and the celeb Big Brother, you'll get some of your money back, something.
Yeah, we got you, Sharon. It's taken us 5 years, 10 years, but we've got you.
Yeah, we had to wait for the money to come in. Oh God.
Unfortunately, I have to go. I forgot. I didn't realize this was going to take as long as I was talking for too long, as usual. But guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. We'll be back again tomorrow from 12-ish. So make sure you join us. If you haven't done so already, make sure you book the like button. There's over 80 people in this room at the moment. Please just book the like button. It really helps with the algorithm. Do you know what I mean? It really does really help a lot. Replay gang, make sure you leave a comment for us as well. And share this with like-minded people too. Guys, also remember our last episode, episode 182 is out at the moment. We were talking all things Usher, we have juicy dilemmas, we're talking about, we do ask where Kay is as well. Do you know what I mean? Still haven't found her. Still at large. But yeah, guys, that's it. We'll see you again tomorrow. See you later. Bye.